Apple TV Plus' hit crime drama has officially found its replacement for Jake Gyllenhaal, and the casting seems absolutely perfect. Although Apple TV Plus is better known for its repository of highly acclaimed and ambitious sci-fi shows, the streamer has gradually been expanding its television library with shows from other genres as well. One of these happens to be the crime thriller genre, which has surprisingly found success, especially with adaptations and true story narratives like Blackbird, The Crowded Room, and Shining Girls. The streamer also invested in another book adaptation in 2024, which had Jake Gyllenhaal as its lead. Owing to Gyllenhaal's acting forte and the show's taut writing, the series' first season performed fairly well among viewers and critics, allowing it to earn a decent Rotten Tomatoes critics score of 79%. Since the show was also commercially successful, it was renewed for season 2 soon after its opening season's run. Interestingly, however, the crime series has replaced Jake Gyllenhaal in season 2, and its new casting choice for the leading role almost seems perfect. Apple TV Plus' Presumed Innocent is based on Scott Turo's book of the same name. It features Jake Gyllenhaal in the leading role of Rusty Sabick, who struggles to prove his own innocence and keep his relationship with his family from falling apart as he becomes the prime suspect in the brutal murder of a colleague with whom he once had an affair. Long before Jake Gyllenhaal portrayed the character, Harrison Ford played him in a movie adaptation of Scott Turo's novel. Replacing Harrison Ford in a role and reimagining such a revered crime thriller is no easy feat, yet Jake Gyllenhaal did such an incredible job of capturing the layers of Rusty's morality, psychological turmoil, guilt, and impulsiveness with his acting abilities that it became hard not to forget all about the movie and associate only Gyllenhaal with the character while watching the series. If it wasn't for Gyllenhaal's nuanced performance, Rusty would only come off as a repulsive character who does not deserve any semblance of redemption. Because of Gyllenhaal, it is hard not to empathize with Rusty and root for him as he battles to prove his innocence. Rusty is a deeply flawed character who has made several grave mistakes in his past. But Gyllenhaal's performance ensures audiences still see his human side instead of merely hating him for his actions. Up-and-coming star Rachel Brosnahan has not been a part of too many well-known crime thrillers. However, she has put her acting chops on full display and proven her ability to portray complex, well-written characters in shows like House of Cards and The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Presumed Innocent Season 2 is all set to go down the anthology route instead of continuing Season 2's story. Similar to shows like True Detective, it will walk through a whole new narrative and feature a new set of characters instead of making the return of familiar faces. Owing to this, Rachel Brosnahan has been cast as Jake Gyllenhaal's replacement in Season 2, where, like Gyllenhaal from Season 1, she will play the leading character. With her performances, Brosnahan has already proven that she has what it takes to perfectly capture the personal and professional struggles of a character caught in the crosshairs of a high-stakes murder mystery drama. But what makes her casting even more beneficial for the Apple TV Plus series is that her growing fame after her Superman casting might also help Presumed Innocent get more attention. Rachel Brosnahan's role in Presumed Innocent Season 2 explained. Like Gyllenhaal, she will portray a defendant in a murder case. Superman's Rachel Brosnahan cast as lead in Season 2 of Apple TV Plus' crime thriller, One Custom Image by Simone Ashmore. Interestingly, Presumed Innocent's original author, Scott Turo, has already written 2 original sequels for the book, Innocent and Presumed Guilty. While one book highlights Rusty's relationship with Tommy Molto, the other jumps into the future and focuses on Rusty's life after retirement. Despite having enough source material to continue Season 1's story, however, Apple TV Plus' Presumed Innocent is presenting an original narrative in Season 2, which is based on Joe Murray's dissection of a murder, scheduled to be published in spring 2026. The book Apple TV Plus' Presumed Innocent Season 2 will adapt is about Layla Reynolds, played by Rachel Brosnahan in the show, who surprisingly ends up landing the high-profile murder case of a well-known judge as the defense lawyer. She realizes she may not even be qualified to take up the case, but her client only wishes to have her as their representative in court. What further raises the stakes for the case is that her husband ends up becoming the prosecutor in the case, forcing her to confront many secrets from her past.